Hello, hello, hello. Oops. Oh, I lost the chat. Where is that? Hello, Sunny Days. Hi, Robbie. Thanks for joining. I know it's Sunday, and a lot of my kingdom people, I don't know, some of you all may have church services that you go to. I don't know. But listen, I'm getting ready to cook some wings. This is something a little different that I do than what I do here. But look, I have been on this thing where this past weekend I've been wanting to eat. I always eat, but I wanted fried chicken yesterday. I don't eat fried chicken much, every here and there. And then I wanted Subway later. Yesterday, that was yesterday. Just been wanting to eat. Like when I'm like that, I have to give my body what it's asking for. Every here and there, I have to indulge. Anyway, this morning I woke up. Not right when I woke up, but I was laying there and I had already taken out chicken wings to cook today. But rarely do I fry. Every here and there I fry. So I was laying there, I said, oh, I want some fried chicken wings. So I'm going to do half fried and half baked. So it was just on my spirit. Go live and cook live. Well, the wings live. Because see, what's going on is I'm working on something. I just haven't gotten to it yet. You know, doing a whole show on a whole nother platform. Not platform, but not here. You know, where I'll be cooking. I'm a cooker. I love to cook. I love to eat. I just haven't got to it yet. And it's a thing where God let me know when I move you to. And it's like I can see it. You know, I'm ready somewhat. Because the thing is I have so many other things going on and I'm trying to squeeze it in is what the hold up is, so to speak. So God keep telling me about different things, not just this. He keeps sending me when I lead you. You will know when it's time because I tell you. Just like everything else. So this morning I'm laying there, I'm like, oh, I want some chicken wings, fried and baked. So Holy Spirit said, go live and cook with your kingdom people. I said, okay. So here I am, But I do have something to share in the meantime. Because also, let me get started, y'all. Just gonna spray my pan for baking. Hope y'all can hear me okay. Turn my oven to about 375. Here's my pack of wings here. I'm gonna take them out and rinse them. So, check this out. As I see it, wait a minute. Let me get over there. See if y'all can hear me okay. Can you all hear me okay? Can somebody tell me if you can hear me okay? Can you hear me back here? Can you hear me back here? Holler. Look, holler if you hear me. Like I can hear y'all. So I'm just rinsing off my wings. I'm putting them on a tray. A baking sheet is what it really is. But I use it for whatever. Whatever's clever. I'll be over there in a minute. Give me 1 second. So, all right. Boot out. So I'm just gonna season them here. Got me some drinky drink. Matcha green tea latte. Yeah. So anyhow, King people, let me just tell you, I'm using black pepper, Lori seasoning, garlic powder, chili powder, and ground turmeric. And I don't use much seasoning sauce. Sometimes I don't use it at all. You know, I try to stay away from too much sodium. I try. But you know, sometimes but I do manage it and watch it, of course, for health reasons. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and season these wings. So listen, I'm laying there today in the bed before I rose this morning. I was woke, just laid there for a little while. And so God started talking to me, bringing all these things back to me, different things that he had been, showing me, different visions, different things that he had kind of been telling me that he was gonna, I was gonna be doing, and different things. Like, I mean, it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit of stuff. So one of the things that he had brought back to my attention, I said it had been a couple of years or so. Well, it hadn't been that long actually, since I had gotten any message concerning it. And what I mean by that, God speaks to you in different kind of ways. He'll, certain things, let's just say, God is telling you to open up a boutique. Let's just say that. Just as an example. And so what happens is he'll give you different messages. You'll hear somebody talking about it here. You might overhear a conversation here. Things are shown through the television or whatever media you're tending to. It just keeps popping up and showing up. That's God speaking to you, and that's God confirming. Speaking and confirming, letting you know this is what he's leading you to do. Now, he speaks it to you personally as well. So, this one particular thing hadn't come up for a little while. And so when he brought it to my attention, I said, yeah, I hadn't heard anything else about that. You had stopped bringing that to my attention. And so I said, because he said, you got the message. You took hold of the fact, okay, this is something that you're leading me to do. But it's not a thing where I'm doing it now. When he first started showing it to me, it was in 2019. It's 2022. It's something that I had considered years ago when I was in college. Actually, I had attempted to major in it because I like the discipline so much. I don't really want to say what it is for reasons that, right now I just can't, because there are people trying to get information. Not you came to people per se, but it's just I gotta kind of talk in code sometimes. At some point, I will be able to share. But right now, where it's just a work behind the scenes, or it's not in production, so to speak, I have to just kind of talk around it. But this thing, I had considered it in college. I actually, in undergrad, that is, and I steered away from it because it was a lot of work. And not that I'm afraid of a lot of work, but at the time, it was overwhelming. And then people who were in this field, it was a lot for them. And I just wasn't at a place where I wanted to take that on at the time for so many different reasons. And I was already on a track of what I was on. So I'm like, let me just finish where I'm already closer to graduation. So this thing came back up. And God has been leading me. Back then, I knew it was something I was supposed to do. But like I said, I moved around it because that's how I was led. But later, it came back up again. So, God has been showing me many things. And like I said, I'm laying in the bed this morning. He's bringing up so many things back to me. And it's so funny because I didn't make it to service this morning, where I've been going since I've relocated. Since I started, going to this particular church. This morning, I didn't have it was just like rest. That's what I kept hearing God say, rest. So I lay there and I rested. So while I'm resting, he's showing me, bringing all these things back to me. all these things. And like I said, this one particular thing, I'm like, you ain't mentioned that in a while. He said, because you got the message. So again, he's talking to me about all these things while I'm resting. And that was the funny part. And so I started cracking up. And I said, God, you showing me all this that I'm going to do while I'm resting. I'm like, right now I'm resting. But he reminded me of how I can remember when God first started really moving me and speaking to me on a whole nother level back in 2019, how I started moving around, like just all over the place. And God literally pushed me one day, and my couch was right behind me. He literally pushed me on the couch. And it's like, that ain't what I'm talking about. Then he told me, rest. He's been speaking this to me since 2019. Rest, enter into my rest. And so what he said to me back then was, not by power, not by might, but by my spirit. And that is Zechariah 4:6. So, again, this morning, he bringing all this to my attention. He got me resting while he running all this down to me, bringing it all back to my attention. Because see, what God would do is he'll keep bringing things into your remembrance. It's just like any dreams, any visions that he has placed inside of you. Oops. See how I can get to talking, y'all? Any dreams and visions that he has placed inside of you, he will... Let me make some adjustments here. He will... excuse me, y'all. He'll lead you into them, but not only that... Excuse me. That's this pepper. Not by power, not by might, but by his spirit. So sometimes he'll give you things and you think that means, let's get to going, but he's just showing you what's coming, what he's bringing you into. It don't mean right now, but if you just let him lead you, he'll tell you when. If you just do what he's telling you to do now, and he'll keep bringing it back to your remembrance as he see fit, because he don't want you to necessarily forget about it. You know, he wants you to know that, yeah, this is me speaking, and this is me telling you, not that you don't know, but you know, sometimes we can get so caught up on what we got going on. Hi, Bo. Hi, Shanna. Miss Shanna, thanks for joining. Mackenzie. Hi, Miss Mackenzie. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining, all of you. Yeah, so... You know, it can be a lot. It's kind of what I want to say here. It can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. God will show you a lot, and I'm literally hearing he can do exceedingly and abundantly above all you ask to think. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, and neither has it entered into the heart of man what he's doing with you. So yeah, it can seem like a lot. It is him, but he's saying it's not by power, it's not by might, not by my spirit. It ain't by you going all over and doing. He'll walk you through it. And listen, you heard the saying, ever heard the saying, less is more? God will teach you how to get much done with little effort. Doesn't mean there's no effort, but he ain't trying to have you all over the place. You know how, this hustle mentality that's going on. And I ain't knocking no hustle, because I'm a bit of a hustler myself. But God's way ain't like, I just heard the grind. Yeah, but you got to be careful with that, because he don't want you going hard. God teaches you how to work smarter. He teaches you how to, and I'm hearing your gift will make room for you. So whatever your gifting is, usually what your gifting is effortless, even though it's work. But, I just heard it produces much. Yes, hustle grind, but be careful with that. Because it's not by power, it's not by might, but it's by his spirit. So it's going to be his spirit that's causing you to accomplish these things. It's him in you. Great is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Yes, you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you, but it's you doing it through Christ that's strengthening you. It's not you. It's him through you. Because in your own strength, you can't do a lot of this stuff God's showing. And don't get me wrong, there are certain things anybody can do. But then there are certain things that only God can do through you. So, like I was saying, Thank you for subscribing, Miss Mackenzie. I do have an Instagram. I think it's Latricia Booker. If you look on one of my other videos, it's in the description link, or if you go to my about page, I put it here after the live, but it's Latricia Booker if I'm not mistaken. I got followers, but don't nobody talk to me over there. I'll be trapping. Listen, y'all. I had this thing where I just do what God is moving me to do. Because you know what I had to learn? This too. He'll show you things. He'll have you start moving in things. It's even like here. This YouTube channel. I remember God first told me to do it. He told it to me in a dream. He literally gave it to me in a dream. And so that was in 2018. That beginning of 2019 is when I started it. But it was like, I wasn't like, it took a while for me to get going. Then it took a while for me to plug in. I had to bag away from it for a little bit, come back, plug into a certain system to kind of move things. And as of recent, God slowed things down. Because for the same reason, it's not about, for me, I get YouTube is a thing where you grow your audience, and that's great. I'm all for that. But it's also God's doing, because it ain't about me. It's about what He moving me to do, what He moving me to share, whatever He lead me to do. And so, if God grow me slow, so be it. If He grow me fast, so be it. But I'm gonna tell you something. It can be overwhelming. I'm going to say, for me, number one, it's a lot. It can be a lot. And what I mean by that is the more people tuning into you, that's more energy. And you can feel that. I can, because I'm sensitive to that kind of a thing. So I have to do a lot of recuperating and a lot of just moving around, doing other things to take a step back, but like I said, that's me because of the way I'm made. And I like to be intimate and personal with you all. The more it is, the less I'll be able to do that. So I'm okay with the way God is doing things, because again, it's not by power, it's not by might, but it's by His Spirit. This ain't about me. This about Him. So I can't be about, and don't get me wrong, I'm with it too, but I don't go. It's a lot of things out here that you can learn about how you grow your channel and all this, that, and a lot of things you do and plug into and some things I don't do, because I have to let God lead me into what to do, because again, it's about what He wanted me to do. He the one told me to do this. So sometimes what you can do is do what God is telling you to do, and then you gone off and then left God in the background. You didn't let Him lead you. He told you. And I see that a lot in different things, and even in, unfortunately, like ministries. Sometimes it's plenty of people of God out here that God did tell them to start a ministry and start this, and then they just made it about them, and they start getting some success, and sometimes that's why God will reel you back or sit you down. But it is what it is. That's why you have to be careful with that. Let me ponytail my hair. I don't want my hair all in a mix of the food. I meant to do this before I started, but I forgot. That's why I have on a scarf too. When you're cooking, you ain't supposed to be letting your hair be all over the place. In the workplace where you cook, I don't always do it at home, but sometimes I do, if it's in my way, especially. I don't cook at nowhere outside though. But not at no like restaurant or nothing. I'm just saying, I kind of know that's how they go. Man, y'all know they be wearing their nets, and chefs and stuff have to wear whatever they wear. That's to cover their hair, to protect the food from hair flying and stuff. But anyway, so what am I saying here, Kingdom people? Whatever it is God is leading you all to do, where I leave off that. Did I do garlic powder? I don't even know. I don't see none. Okay, let me just do this right now, y'all, Kingdom people, before I distract myself again. Y'all know how I be. But I'm very focused. It's so interesting how I can talk and distract myself, but I'm very focused at the same time. I just be working at keeping balance, And I'm hearing staying harmonious. You have to be in harmony with God, then yourself and God. It has to be yeah. And it's an everyday, thing. I say take it one day at a time. One day at a time. Sweet Jesus. And that's all I'm asking of you. Lord, give me the strength to do everything that I have to do. Yesterday is gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. So yeah, Kingdom people, the whole thing is this. You have to let the Holy Spirit lead you. You have to let the Holy Spirit lead you. If he's leading you to it, he's telling you to do it, he'll get you through it. But you have to let him lead. And it's not by power, it's not by might, but it is by his Spirit, Kingdom people. So, I already sprayed my thingy with some olive oil. I use olive oil to spray things. I get olive oil spray, but I cook with canola oil depending on what it is. But most things I use olive oil, like vegetables and stuff like that. If I'm like doing some sauteing like green beans or something like that, I use olive oil. Like I be making these different kind of sauces, like the sauce that I cook with my fish. Well, to like every fish but catfish. For catfish, I just use hot sauce. But I have the sauce that I make, and I put a little canola oil in there, and I fry with canola oil. So I am going to put a little water in here, just a little. And put it in the oven. The oven should be hot. At the end of that, I think I got some more. I do. I have more. I could use that too. Just cover that up with aluminum foil. I know y'all can't see it. I'll show it to you in a second. And so this is just a thing, man. I want to do, as I said, I'm going to do a little cooking show. And God just kind of gave me, like I said this morning, do it with your Kingdom people. That's kind of raggedy because I use 2 different strips from 2 different places. That's how I look better, see? Not that it matters. I gotta tie my shoe. Look, not that it matters how it looks. And so I usually just let that go for about a good hour and a half to 2 hours. And then take the paper off, the aluminum foil off. And yeah, if it's water on there, pour the water out. Unless for chicken wings I do. Pour the water out and then let it cook so it can get nice and crisp, a little crisp and hard, tougher on the skin. That the skin cook it real good. And so for these wings, we're gonna fry them. I gotta get I don't have a step stool right now. I gotta get another one. So I use my stepper. Look, my exercise stepper. I haven't used it in a long time, only for this to grab stuff I can't reach in this cabinet over here. Grease. The grease in this pot, get this going. towel over here. Here I come. I'm finna look at the chat. Give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, people. 1 second. More like 1 minute. Because my second is up. Somebody said that. Somebody said your second up. I heard you. All right. Let's see. Sorry for putting my hand all in the way. My bad. Thank you, Jesus. God bless you and your wings. Thank you, Miss Shauna. God bless me and my wings. Oh, these gonna be some good wings. These some blessed wings. Do you own an air fryer? No. I want to get one. You know, I've been saying I'm gonna get one since 2000. Did I go there? 2017, I think. I just haven't. I was looking at somebody. I seen someone cooking with one not long ago. Cause I be watching cooking videos and all kind of stuff. You know, like the cooking shows on TV. I haven't watched many of them as much as I used to, but I be into it. Be getting all kind of ideas. And so I'm gonna get an air fryer though. I just haven't yet. Have an air fryer, Miss Mackenzie. Yeah, I'm gonna get one day. Soon. I just really like cooking. I like cooking fresh. I'm not into a lot of like freezer processed foods. Here and there, I might get like some chicken tenders or something like that. I buy frozen fries. But I also like to make potato wedges from potatoes a lot too. But I love or Ida crinkle cut potato. Yes. But yeah, so I'm just saying that to say I know a lot of things can be cooked in an air fryer. What I've seen cooked in an air fryer, a lot of things are processed foods like frozen things. But I'm learning not necessarily so. So, you know. Oh, you could do fresh. Yeah, I seen somebody do something fresh not long ago. That's what made me say, oh yeah, let me really get that. Yeah, Miss Shannon. I think that's what my holdup was. I had a lady that I knew, she had one, and everything she cooked in there was processed. And so that kind of turned me off from it. But the stuff will come out good, though. So, yeah, I think I'm going to invest in one. Maybe I'll get myself one for my birthday. Because I buy my own self birthday gifts. I celebrate my birthday. Like, by giving to myself. Giving myself gifts. I was just making my birthday list. I got a few things I want for my birthday that I'm gonna give myself with. You have to do that for yourself, Candy People. You gotta treat yourself. Because if you're not treating yourself, you don't wait on nobody else to do nothing for you. You know, I mean, it's nice when they do. That's cool too. Thank you. Chicken, fish, burgers, veggies. Oh wow, you can do all that in the air fryer. See, I didn't even realize it. I'm learning it. Thanks for sharing that, Miss Shanna. Because I really I'm going to get one next month. I'm going to get one for my birthday. I am. That's on my list now. Okay. All right. That's how I made pot. Yeah, I did. So let's get some flour. Which one is it? It's this one. That's sugar in here. So I don't even be using sugar like that no more. I use Splenda or stevia or something like that. And so this sugar is stuck in here. And I was trying to figure out how to get it out. Because I want to pour the Splenda in here. Just like you do the sugar. Anybody know how to get this out? I mean, I was hitting it with stuff. I guess I'm going to have to just put some water in and clean it out. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that's what I just heard. Put some water in there and clean it. So I got my own answer. Okay, flour. Here's my flour. I use wheat flour. I try to be... Oh, I need a bag. Should I use a bag or no? I don't need a bag. Yes, I do. I was thinking maybe I didn't need a Ziploc bag since it's not that many. But yeah, we're going to use a bag. And get something to scoop it out with. And so, yeah, just, and listen, I use turmeric. That's something new for me in the last year or so. I season different things sparingly with turmeric because it's very healing. It has a very healing property to it. And so, I've learned too, I might be saying a little bit too much, but I'm just going to say it. Well, not really. If you have fibroids, it helps with that. It helps to shrink them and heal them. Just, yeah. And it has other healing effects. And so do so many other different herbs and spices. And yeah, check it out. Look them up. So, and I try to use like powders and stuff, not too much salt, as I've already said. So I just put this right here for now. And just shake it up. So yeah, kingdom people, as I was saying, God's gonna be showing you many things. Some of you all here already is, and He might be telling you to do something, and you feel like, whoa. You know, this is another one that He been giving me. He been speaking this to me a lot, and He spoke it to me today. When He spoke to Abram and told him, come from among your relatives, come from among your kinfolk, whatever He said, you know, in Genesis. And He said, and go to a land where I will show you. And He reminded me this part this morning. He said, and I will bless you, make you a father of many nations, and make your name great. And again, going back to, it's not about you, because it's God doing. Even if He's making your name great, it's not for us to make our name great. God is making your name great just by you doing what He's telling you to do, because you're doing it because it's what He's instructing you to do. You're doing it for His kingdom, and you're doing it for His glory. And so He'll work through you. So you just have to go with, you know, what He's saying, do. So here are my wings. They're all ready. Smooth that around. Up in there. And again, I stress this because it's not by power, it's not by might, but it's by His Spirit. You know how Abraham went and did what God told him to do. That's how he got blessed. You got to follow God's instructions. And again, you can't go out on your own just doing. If He tell you do something, He ain't saying go leave Him. Because you won't even be able to prosper like that. And even if you do somewhat, you're going to eventually get set down. We see it, like I said, we see it happen a lot. Because now you all out on your own. So you just want to be careful with that. That's all. But anyhow, let me just take a check. I appreciate that, Miss Shana. You know, my husband gave me that name, Jesus Girl. That's what he called me. So I'm just putting the wings in the pot. I thought that I was trying to see if it was hot enough, and it looks like it is. So we just put them in there. I can keep this bag of flour. I don't know why I didn't have none. Probably because I threw that last one out. And y'all like, what's she over there talking about by herself? We over here. Let me just wash my hands. So yeah, kingdom people, I'm just gonna let that cook on up, and then I'm not going to stay on until it's done because that'll be a while. But what I will do is, you know, maybe you want to, I might either put a picture of the finished product on my community board, or maybe I'll come back and eat. You eat with y'all. I don't know. We'll see. So also, it was something else I wanted to say. Do what they call it, a mukbang. I don't really too much care for that, but no, we're not going to call it that. Because we ain't gluttony. They be just straight gluttony. Like, but, and my daughter love watching them. She love watching those. Especially this lady who just sit there and eat Burger King. Anyway. So, yeah, just, you know, like I said, God is and I'm just hearing he would have you resting a lot too. God will have you resting because you have to recuperate, you have to restore. But when he leads you and as he's telling you what to do, you do it. And you want to go at his pace. And no matter how many things he's showing you, you don't act on them until he tell you to. Because again, it's not by power, it's not by might, but it's by his spirit. And because of that, you don't have to overdo it. Yes, you have to do because he works through you. So you have to show up. You have to be the vessel. You're a vessel. You're the vessel that he's working through. And so, yes, you have to do things. But because you are a vessel, you get tired. So you got to recuperate. But God, even Jesus had to, what did he do? Steal away. He had to steal away. He had to go get some rest. So, yeah. Remember, he was sleeping that time when he was sleeping and the storm came and the disciples was on the boat. Was that time? I think so. No. When was they on land? I can't remember. But I think it was. Yeah. Jesus was sleeping. When he told them, oh, you of little faith. When they was like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And Jesus was like, he had to command the sea, peace, be still. And he said, oh, you're of little faith. But the point is, he was asleep. Jesus had stealed away. He was, because he told them to watch. Yeah, they were on the boat. He said, watch while I sleep. Remember, they fell asleep too. They was tired too. Because you be getting tired. Because you're still a physical vessel. Even not just that. Sometimes your spirit needs to rest too. Your spirit needs to rest. I just heard the soul need to rest. Because your soul is the one experiencing all this. Your spirit is what's doing all the operating. Because whatever spirit you operating in, that's why it's said how people have these different spirits. Some of them be demonic spirits. Some of them are godly spirits. But depending on what spirit you're operating in, depends on the weight of what your soul is experiencing. Anyway, I ain't trying to go too much into that. But, kingdom people, God will lead you. Just let him lead you. Just listen. Eat you some good food. I said eat you some good food. I'm serious though. Eat you some good food. Try to work to eat as healthy as possible. As possible. I know it's different for everybody. Yesterday I wanted some chicken from this place called Quick Trip. And it's like a gas station, but they have like the mini mart. And they have fried chicken. I really like their fried chicken and their chicken tenders. So yesterday I really wanted some, but I also wanted Subway for dinner. So, and it's so funny because not long ago I seen a video about Subway ain't really fresh. A woman, a guy who speaks on different things that God show them. And I said, oh my goodness, they're trying to mess with my Subway now. And I was in Subway, getting my Subway, looking at it like, this ain't really fresh. I didn't say that, but I was thinking about it, just laughing within myself. But I don't know what they mean by that, because I haven't watched, I actually didn't watch the video yet. I just seen the title. I put it in my folder. I be putting videos in my folder for when I'm able to, for different folders, depending on the category or whatever, or the name of the person or the name of the channel. So I can watch it when I have time, if it's of interest to me. So anyway, so I had Subway, and then today I wanted chicken wings. I had took the chicken wings out last night, but this morning I'm like, I want some fried ones. So I'm saying all that to say I don't indulge a lot these days in, a lot of fried food or restaurant food. I do eat restaurant food sometimes. I try to only eat it on the weekend, not necessarily every other weekend like I used to. Every here and there, maybe during the week I might grab something, but it's very rare. I like to cook and I like to be able to control my food and what I'm getting. I don't even like eating restaurant food too much because my body don't take to it. I just used to home cook food and healthy food. So that's what I do. But a couple of weeks ago I had fasted for 7 days, coffee and fast food. And I drink coffee, but these days I drink decaf coffee. Um, I like iced coffee in the warmer months. Every here and there in the colder months, I get something iced for the cold. But I had to get away from the caffeine. I don't drink it for caffeine. I drink it because I like it. But when I was drinking caffeine, I noticed I needed it and I didn't like it. So the iced coffee was the issue because for the iced coffee, they don't do decaf, but I discovered that they will do decaf Americano. So that's what I used, iced decaf Americano. And it became a habit. Not necessarily I need it. But it became a habit. And so when I did the fast, when I finished it, I would go get some, but it wasn't like habit no more. It's like, okay, sometimes you can enjoy you some coffee. Now today I got the matcha tea. I like this too, but it has sugar in it, so I try to avoid the sugar, but it's pretty good. And then I try to do something else besides coffee sometimes, but not every day. That's the good thing lately. I used to have it every day. I have coffee here at home. I haven't made it in a while. I got the good can too. I have Dunkin' Donuts and I have a Starbucks can, both decaf. And I want to get an iced coffee maker. I just haven't yet, just like the air fryer. But anyway, y'all, I'm just going on. I am going to, let me just show y'all. It's frying. Can y'all hear it? Can you hear it? So the chicken is frying. And the other chicken is in the oven. I plan on cooking some rice. Oh, I don't have no rice on me. Maybe, just maybe. I don't have enough of this either. Quinoa, but it's not enough. I gotta buy some. This might be enough, but I'll probably do mashed potatoes. Sometimes I like the Hungry Jack. I only do Hungry Jack now. When it comes to mashed potatoes, do I have them? Yeah. I might do these. Sometimes I put cheese in it. But I like regular potatoes too. Boil them, peel the skins off, mash them up with a little masher, put some butter, salt in them. But sometimes I like Hungry Jack. Only Hungry Jack for me. But anyway, candy people, so I'm going to cook that. And I believe I'm just going to have salad with it. As I said, I will post it on my community board later. Once everything is done, I'll make a plate and show you all. And or depending on where I'm at in my day and what I'm doing, maybe I'll just come back and eat with you guys. So yeah, either way, turn on your notification so that you can know when I'm back here, when I'm back on, or if I come back on. That's the thing, if I do. So anyway, kingdom people, I just want to remind you that it's not by power, it's not by might, but it's by his spirit. Okay? Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really do appreciate you all joining me with Cooking with Latricia. That was fun. This was fun. So anyhow, until next time, kingdom people. On the boat? You on the boat, Miss Shanna? What you doing on the boat? Wow. Is that what you're saying? You on the boat now? Hello? Sharpening swords. Love you too, Sunny Daisy. Sunny Days. Is it Sunny Daisy? Well, it ain't like you can repeat it back to me. Love you all so much. Thank you all so much for joining. And until next time, I'm gonna come and do this again. Like I said, I'll have a whole channel for it at some point. I already got it. Listen, I ain't gonna go into all that. You'll know. But until then, we're going to do it here. This is what God gave me today. This applies in everything, really. Start where you are. Do what you can. Use what you have. So God says start right here. So that's why I'm here, Kingdom people. So thank you for joining me with this first segment of Cooking with Latricia. Wings and things. Kingdom people, I love you all. But that is my time. Jesus Girl is out. Peace. Sorry, y'all. That's so crazy how they got that.